Laughing Vikings Live. High vibe chats with actors, comedians, and creators, plus stand-up comedy, sketch comedy, and most importantly, you. That's right, join us every Monday for new episodes, and you can be a part of the show on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Twitch. Ask questions and interact in the comments, and make sure to share this with your actor, comedian, and creator friends so they can be a part of the show too. Can't make a live show? No problem. You can catch up on your favorite podcast platform and visit laughingvikings.com to find out how you can join the cast and crew. All right, it's time for today's show. Buckle up and make sure you stick around to the end because we have a special surprise for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Laughing Vikings Live. Happy Monday Fun Day. Let's go.
Podcast on now.
Boop.
We're podcasting. What is this thing on? Is this even on?
Testing.
Oh, hey. I didn't even realize the podcast was on.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome, Facebook. Welcome, YouTube. Welcome, Twitch. Welcome, Brandon on the Danforth. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, great, Lars. How about you?
Great. That's you said it, you didn't say it like it was great. You went kind of, oh, great, Lars. How about you? How are you really, though?
Pretty good. You know.
Oh, now he's downgraded to pretty good. A second ago it was great, and now it's pretty good. What's going on?
I'm all right.
Now he's all right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm doing okay.
This is a good sketch where it starts. I'm fantastic. Oh yeah, how are you really? Yeah, what's going on? I'm good. Yeah. Okay.
I could be better. But how are you doing, Lars? What's going on with you?
Oh, I'm great. Yeah,
Great.
Yeah, real good.
I'm not sure if I really believe that. Great.
I'm real good. Yeah, real good.
Okay.
Good. Pretty good.
Yeah. Is that honest? Is that a truthful statement?
I'm all right.
You're all right. You're all right.
All right. Well, yeah. Yeah. I like that. That's a good sketch. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Yeah, just guy who just downgrades what he's saying, or the opposite. The guy that when he talks to someone.
Oh yeah, I was actually thinking about this yesterday about a sketch about an overthinking criminal that has done the criminal act and is supposed to be getting away and will get away scot-free, but there's just someone just standing there that doesn't assume anything, and he's just like, yeah, it'll be everything was fine, everything's going well, you okay, all right, and then drives off, then comes back and then explains again, and it's like, I feel like this is more suspicious now that you've come back.
Right. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
I don't know if you do. I don't know
like
if I
the idea. It's kind of like the idea of when people leave and they forget that they're like, did I leave the oven on? Where it's like a flawless job, and then, oh shit, did I drop my insert whatever evidence would be? Oh shit, did I leave my wallet in the vault? Shit.
I'm sure I didn't. Did I?
Did I have my wallet? Oh no, I don't think I brought it. Oh fuck.
I will admit there has been a couple times where you've been gone and I've had to lock up the studio, that I've gotten all the way home being like, did I actually lock the doors to the studio? Right. And then go all the way back.
Wow.
To then see if I did lock it or not.
And had you?
I did. Yeah, I did.
That's good. You just second guessed yourself. Well, better to be a double checker than a no doer.
Mm-hmm. And you can hear them now. The cops are now after me for
coming for
doing the do.
They're coming for you.
Yep.
I got some big news I wanted to share with you. I don't know if you saw on social media, but this is the first time I'm officially, aside from Instagram, the first time I'm officially announcing it. I'm going to bring it up here. I have officially, in the interest of constant growth and evolving and what do they always say? Reinventing yourself. Mm-hmm. I'm going to show you on my Instagram profile. If you look real close there.
Oh, Oh,
I'm rebranding as a grocery store.
nice.
Yeah, I used to say actor. Sometimes it says comedian.
Yeah.
But I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to go grocery store for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
See how that works. I've rejigged things here at the studio. We're going with an aisle system. We got a large and healthy fruit and vegetable area, a big meat section, frozen and fresh,
Mm-hmm.
seafood. I put a tank of lobsters here.
Ooh,
Yeah,
nice.
I'm not actually selling them because I don't. I feel
Now,
bad for them.
how are Luna and the lobsters getting along?
She's fine. They're
She's
friends.
fine with it?
Yeah, they're the best of friends.
Oh, good.
Luna took the lobsters for a walk last night.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, in the
Yes.
neighborhood. They took them
Nice.
down to the off-leash lobster park. It's nice. It's nice. It's right. It's kind of dangerous because it's right by the water.
Yeah.
So sometimes you take your lobster off leash, and their instinct is, of course, to go back into the lake.
Mm-hmm.
When they're pet lobsters at your grocery store, you don't want that happening. I like that. An off-leash lobster park. I want to bring a lobster to a dog park. Right. Technically, it's a lobster, but it identifies as.
Please leash up your dog. They could be attacking the lobster. Okay.
Not a lobster. That's my Chihuahua. Come on.
Even more dangerous.
With pincers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've identified and rebranded as a grocery store now. So
Nice. Well, congratulations, Lars.
It's not something permanent necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it could be a phase, but I like it. Right now, it feels good.
Yeah.
I've
Feels
got
right.
Several orders. We have fantastic deals on bananas.
Oh, nice.
And I was also thinking, isn't it funny how I don't know about your grocery stores, but it feels like for some reason like bananas are what they lure people in with. Like they're always 79 cents bananas. Like they're always advertising bananas, and when you walk in, there's always a big mountain of bananas.
Mm-hmm.
What's with that? How did bananas get the pinnacle spot in the like give the people what they want? Let's get them in here with 30-cent savings of bananas.
I mean, bananas do a lot of things. They help lower your blood pressure. They're great in smoothies. They make great bread.
It's true. They're versatile.
They're versatile. It's a versatile fruit.
All right. Well, there we answered it.
Yep.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I didn't work at a grocery store for 10 years for nothing, Lars.
True.
And I guess now I'm still working at a grocery store.
Now you are. Yeah. You left the grocery store to work more in the industry, and then I've switched it up. We're now a grocery store.
It's totally fair.
Yeah.
Well, you can't get away. You can take the boy out of the grocery store, but you can't take the grocery store out of the boy.
We don't have plastic bags, but I've secured several hundred cardboard boxes.
Oh, sweet.
That we keep. Yeah, when we stock at night, then we just make the boxes available so you can load everything up in a box.
Oh,
and
do I
we're not
have to do
charging
those?
for carts. We're not charging.
We're
for
not.
carts.
We're not.
Carts are free. You know, sometimes you have to put a quarter in a cart, and it's annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to leave collateral for your cart.
Mm-hmm.
Honor system. We're using a cart honor system.
Are we going to have those carts that lock up if they get a certain distance away from the store?
Yes. Yes. Not only do they lock up and blow up.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I feel like that might be a liability, but I'll
deal
with that later.
They turn into rolling landmines and they blow up. But we warn people, there's signs everywhere. Do not steal these carts. Attention, street people, do not steal these carts.
And then we'll just put another honor system under it. Honor system.
There's a warning. It starts to beep and there's a warning. Warning. Cart will self-destruct in 10, 9. Oh, shit. And then everything blows up, including the groceries. It's a work in progress. We're still just testing everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all an experiment. That's how we roll. All right. So for those of you who want things other than groceries, you can also, if you're looking to up-level your auditions and book your dream role in 2023, you can register for our free audition training. And you can learn how one actor went from stressful auditions to booking a Hollywood blockbuster and 2 series lead in the same year. And do that. Go to laughingvikings.com/audition Hero. And you can register for our 3 video series. We did the event live back in January, then we did it again in July, and we've made the videos available. So let's actually bring up the page there, BK Broiler. So again, it's laughingvikings.com/audition hero. And the 3-part video series, we did it in 3 days. And in video 1, we talk about how to start your hero's journey. And I like how I put and in there twice. And elevate your audition mindset. We're also proofreading the website right now as well. That's part of the reason I'm doing this. How to start your hero's journey and elevate your audition mindset. Video 2, busting the top 5 acting myths. How to create your audition elevation system to find, shoot, and book more auditions. And then on day 3, we talked about how to create your big picture transformation in your life and in your career. Smash through those obstacles and do that with Actors Audition Club. So if you want to up-level your auditions with hundreds of other growth-minded actors, you can get instant access to that audition training, and just go to laughingvikings.com/audition hero, and you can learn the top habits, systems, and processes that today's working actors are using to book more roles in TV, film, and theater, and book your dream role in 2023. That's the goal. We're doing it.
Do you have any ideas as to when the next Audition Hero event will be happening, Lars?
Yeah, I've been debating whether that should be I think the end of a year and the beginning of a year is always a great time in people's lives and in careers. To everyone's looking back at your last year, looking forward to the next year, figuring out what you want to change and courses that you want to take, classes that you want to take. So, it's between the end of the year or the beginning of the year. What do you think?
Probably beginning of the year. I think beginning of the year is always better because then you have a fresh start going in.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and I feel like the last couple of weeks, everyone's all discombobulated with Christmas and travel and holidays and family and presents. Not discombobulated, but focusing on that stuff, I guess. Sometimes discombobulated.
And sometimes there's not enough special events happening in January. Like you have New Year's and New Year's Day, but then like after that, there's not much.
Then what?
But January could be Audition Hero month.
I like it. That's a good way to launch. So for those of you, I think those actors out there, if you're looking to make changes and adjustments specifically in your audition processes and systems, then stay tuned. You can start right now by getting on board with Actors Audition Club Audition Hero training. But then you can also join the wait list. We can flip the wait list up here too, and then we'll talk about what people can actually be doing right now. Wait list. If you want to join the priority wait list so that you'll be the first notified when we do open the community again, when we do our next enrollment, go to laughingvikings.com/join. And before we make that public, actually, that's what we'll do. We'll do Audition Hero in the new year, which then leads to our new enrollment. But everyone who's on that wait list will get access to the new enrollment before it goes live and before it goes public. So if you want to get like the sneak peek, make sure you get on that wait list, laughingvikings.com/join. So right now, if you need help with your auditions and you're not a member, but you know that you want to make some changes and you want to seize your last few opportunities of the year in December, because they're still casting for shows and for roles right now. Most of them will be shooting in the new year if you're doing an audition right now. I guess there might be a few last commercials and TV and series roles that are wrapping up in the next couple of weeks. But if you want to get a jump on things right now and you need help with those auditions, you can go to laughingvikings.com/auditions and you can book a studio audition session with one of our session directors, or you can do it via Zoom. Let's bring up that page, Brandon.
Yeah.
And actually, this is a good time to talk about what Actors Audition Club is all about and what it actually entails. So whether you're a member or not, scroll up. So Actors Audition Club, it's a system of support and systems and processes that we put together so that you never have to worry about your auditions. You don't have to have the stress or worry about the tech troubles. You don't have to bug your family and friends. So we offer one-on-one live coaching sessions in studio via Zoom. We've got some online courses and some interactive live workshops that we do every year, like Audition Hero. We have often weekly guest speakers on the podcast and occasionally in our special master classes like we just did with Tom Todoroff recently. And we've really got all the resources that you need to elevate your auditions and ultimately to book more roles in TV, film, and theater. So scroll down, Brandon. We'll just go through all of our services, just especially in case some people, I know we have regular listeners and viewers every week, but if you're new to Actors Audition Club, the first thing that we do, one of our audition services is virtual audition sessions. And so you can connect online with one of our session directors who are working actors, people who have worked in the business, currently acting, currently auditioning, who have been involved in the casting process and are familiar with the self-tape auditioning process. And even last-minute castings, if you get them last minute and you need that quick turnaround, you don't know where to get it done. Our sessions include a reader, a director, an editor, and then we take care of the file transfer so that ultimately you as the actor, you only need to worry about your own prep, your own craft, your own performance. Obviously, we'll help you with that and we'll give you suggestions, but you don't have to worry about any of the tech stuff. You just choose your session director, the date and the time. We've got easy online scheduling every day, 7 days a week, generally between 8 a.m. and 11 p.m. You can book someone. Brandon, you run those all the time. Yesterday, you ran a bunch here in the studio.
Mm-hmm. And I ran one online as well.
Yeah. Yeah, you like running the Zoom ones, yeah?
Oh, they're great. I get to come home, I sit down, I get to enjoy, and like, I don't know, there's something, because Tom always likes to say, I'm surprised when actors don't feel comfortable performing, especially in their own homes.
Right.
And like, there's so much comfortability now, partially because I'm doing the Saturday workshop all the time, and like I'm performing in my room and with green screens, and like I can take my imagination everywhere, right? And like it just is, it's so freeing, and I really enjoy it. And like connecting with Jareen Ignatius in Stratford, and then connecting with D2 Thacker, who's in Toronto, but she's in the West End. And like just connecting with so many people that we wouldn't otherwise, but like we have become close. Like I had a session with Jareen on Sunday, and I haven't seen Jareen in months, and it was so great to see her and to see her process, and like to see how she's grown in the past couple of months, and like what she's working on and what she's doing, and like it's just so much fun.
Right. Yeah, and you did a session with João Pinho, who's also a member of Todoroff's Conservatory. He lives just outside Lisbon in Portugal.
Yeah.
Pip as well, too.
Pippa Winslow in London, England.
Yeah.
That's a callback for a major movie after the tape that we worked on.
That's one of the great things about this new virtual world is we get to work with actors all over the world, but also actors get to audition for projects all over the world that always you would have had to be in that city for a live audition. So it's really allowed people to cast their net wider on the casting side of things, but also those hustling actors is you can apply to way more roles in other markets, at least for the first audition. If they do in-person callbacks, you might have to get there, but you do a great job and they want you, then and the opportunity is big enough, then go for it. So that's the first thing. Virtual audition sessions. We still run a lot of in-studio audition sessions here at our studio in Toronto, and we're in the works of securing some partner studios in other major markets and other major cities, so that no matter where you are, if you're near a big market, you could have an in-studio option. But that's the same thing. We just had Cheryl was in here working with Paul Beer on an episode, on audition for an episodic streaming series. And so you can connect with the session directors here in the studio. And what do? We help you craft a professional looking audition. That includes the session director working as the reader, giving you redirects, snipping it together, editing it together with the slates, and doing the file transfer. Usually we use WeTransfer. Sometimes we're directly uploading to the casting sites. But again, so that as the actor, you don't have to think about all that stuff. You can just focus on your performance, focus on your craft, and just relax and have fun and have the joy of the creative process rather than the nitty gritty of the technical and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
Cue the sirens. And next, what do we got here? Oh, and the podcast. That's a big part of everything. Every week we go live here. You can ask questions live on air, either through the comments or by being a guest. Every week we're interviewing actors, comedians, film industry professionals. And if you're just finding this episode first for the first time, go back into the archives. We've got Mary Lou Rosado did a great episode on Shakespeare. We had Daniel Levinson did a talk about fight choreo and
fight coordination.
And all across the board. We always talk about people's origin stories, how they got started, their advice, what worked with them, challenges that they've run into, and how to get over those. So there's a wealth of knowledge, and I really love that. This is episode 116. We've got 115 episodes, so that hours and hours and hours of expertise and career experience and life experience from actors, comedians, film industry professionals. Next, slide down. And we need to do more of these, but we're starting to get in the habit of these monthly training meetups with Q&A sessions. We just did the special masterclass with Tom, but it's an opportunity for our members to get together, usually via Zoom, and you can ask if you've got random weird questions, you need help with something, an opportunity to meet other actors internationally, as we discussed, to collaborate and make new connections, share stories and share victories. I think that's a big part of any community. Is the worst is if you get into a community and a clique of actors or artists or people in general who are cynical and skeptical and sarcastic and complainers and moaners and groaners and ruminators and talking about how everything sucks.
Yeah, and I think sometimes actors think that the victory comes from the booking, and that's not the case. That's not always the case. If you're being seen by the same casting director every now and again, that's a big win. That's a huge win. And looking at the little victories and making sure that you're taking account as to what you're actually winning on. And that's so important, because you only have you in this industry. And the more you build a community and the more you build a collaborative space that you can come together and really fine and hone your craft, which we do at these monthly training meetups, the better you're going to feel, and the more you're going to feel connected to a group of people in a community. And that's only going to help you grow as a performer.
Yeah, it takes a team. I mean, everything's better with a team and with a group and support, people to talk to, people who lift you up, especially, not just people who moan and groan and commiserate and talk about how everything's so hard and how everything sucks. And you see that a lot in all avenues, not just in the arts, but you see people who misery loves company. So don't be those people. And we're putting together this based on the podcast and based on these master classes. We're putting together our video training library, which is, again, hours and hours and hours of, I think we've pretty much in these 115 episodes covered almost every topic that you could run into. And the great thing about Actors Audition Club is it doesn't matter where you are in your career. You could be someone who's brand new, just graduated from theater school or film school, or maybe you didn't go to one of those formal institutions and you want to break into the industry, maybe part-time while you still have your other job, and or you're a seasoned vet and you've been doing this for 30 years and you've worked in TV, film, theater, but you're at a point where you want to elevate yourself and you want to grow and you want to reach a new level, learn new things, connect with new people. One of the ways that we can do that is through our video training archives from these episodes and from these monthly meetups. So we talk about how to find more auditions. We've talked about improving your preparation and your rehearsal process, common audition mistakes, how to find new agent representation. We talked a lot about marketing as well, and the business side of things, how to put together your materials and how to think about marketing yourself to the world as well. So, and I think there's just been a overall emphasis on training and growing. I think that's the first thing. If someone was like, how do I become an actor? I would say start taking classes. That's the first thing. Like,
yeah. Someone reached out to me. I had a commercial that recently went national, and someone reached out to me asking who my agent was and if I could put in a good word for them. And I said, "Are you taking any classes? Or what are you doing?" And I really do believe that finding an agent is such a personal process, and the more you give, the better you're going to receive. And like, you have to do the work first before anything happens. And like, just randomly applying to agents isn't going to help you. You have
right.
to put in the work with classes and find a community that gets you doing things and gets you into the industry. And like, take improv classes, take whatever, take vocal classes, take something so that you're doing something. And that's what I told them. And they were asking what classes I had preferred and what classes I had done. And I told them about Tom Todoroff, and I told them about Karen Ivani, who I've worked with, and Lynn Cormack and Louis Bowmander and Second City and Bad Dog. And, the list goes on as to what you can take, even just in Toronto. This is all just in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Like,
right. And now, because of Zoom, you can take people's classes all over the world too.
Exactly.
So you can study with people everywhere in New York City and in LA, and you connect with those coaches and mentors. Yeah, it's funny how some people think they put the cart before the horse, where they think like, they think maybe it is just about a look, or I look cool, or I'm very beautiful, or whatever it is, and they're like, make me a star by submitting me to things. But if you don't have some training, and certainly for an agent to market you, you also need some materials like professional headshots, like a resume, like a demo reel.
And because with any relationship, there's always a give and take, right? Like, you have to be willing to give just as much as you're willing to take. Like, an agent isn't just going to work for you for nothing. You have to put in the work.
Well, they get 15. They get 15%, and that implies that you're the other 85%, and 15% zero is zero. So, to an agent, if you go to them too soon, then it's like, well, what's in it for them as well? And I think a lot of people think that that's an agent's job, is just to like make me famous, tell the world I'm good and validate me.
But I was able to send them the video of Carolyn Sterling coming on our podcast and and having a very honest conversation about finding an agent and how she believes it's a personal journey as well. And like, it's about personal connections. And
So that's a great example of that, of being on the topic of our training library. Is we've had and Carolyn's an agent / manager, and she talked about how to approach people like herself and what you need to have put together, and how that relationship is supposed to work. So just a brief example on that. Okay, let's scroll down. What do we got?
Hi, I'm Lars.
There's the wait list, so we don't need to go through that part. So join the wait list. But if you can get on the wait list, but regardless of whether you're a member right now, you can still book. You can bring that page back up, Brandon.
Oh,
I just want to cover the very end so that people can see. There's two ways to book sessions with us. If you go to laughingvikings.com/auditions, it was the page that Brandon was just on.
Right here.
So we do those virtual audition sessions. If you're a non-member, they're $79. That includes a professional reader, 45 minutes of on-camera time. We'll take care of the slate for you. That gives us 15 minutes to edit and slap it together. And then we'll immediately transfer the file to you and or your agent. And our session directors are those one-on-one virtual director / coach to help you craft your performance. Members, one of the benefits to being a member, in addition to the monthly meetups and the video training library and all the other perks, is preferred pricing. So they're only $49 for members. So one of the benefits, if you're doing more than one audition per month and you want our help, better to be a member. Or you can do the in-studio option if you scroll down there a little bit, Brandon. Excuse me. The in studios for non-members are $89. Same thing, professional reader, 45 minutes on camera. We'll take care of the slate. 15 minutes for us to snip together. We transfer it to you and your agent so that you walk in, you walk out, it's all done. Or 59 for the members. So once again, if you're not a member, hop on laughingvikings.com/join, and that'll allow you to join the priority notification list so that before we open up the next enrollment to the public, you'll get first crack at it, which usually includes some early bird bonuses that you wouldn't get if you were to join later with the general public. So hop on that old wait list, or next time you get an audition session or an audition request from your agent, just hop on laughingvikings.com/auditions, and you can book us directly virtually, no matter where you are in the world, or if you're in the GTA in the Toronto area, you can come see us in person. There's that section. Now, speaking of classes, we always like to give a shout out. We've already done it several times, but our ongoing recommendation to anyone who asks us where should we check out a class is to the Tom Todoroff studio. Brandon and I both members of their Saturday workshop. I've done their summer intensive in New York City and their full 8-month conservatory program. So you can go to laughingvikings.com/Tom, and they'll let you attend the first class free. That's a weekly class via Zoom. It's really 3 classes in one: text analysis, voice and speech, and scene study, monologue study, cold reads, and audition pieces with Tom. And they do that every Saturday. So no matter where you're listening, if you go to laughingvikings.com/Tom right now, again, laughingvikings.com/Tom, you can register for that and tell them that you're a friend of Laughing Vikings, Actors Audition Club. They'll treat you like a VIP, and you can check out a free class. So that is our ongoing reco.
Yeah. I have 3 scenes on the go for the class right now. So
nice.
Good chances are that if you come in for a free class, you'll probably see at least one of us performing.
Are you performing this weekend?
No, I am helping someone with their audition. I'm being a reader for their audition.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. So check out Tom. We had him. We did the master class last week. You've heard lots about him. Do we have a video where we're going to cue a little video?
No, we don't. We only have this 6-minute, unfortunately.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, we saw
actually, no, I have one video. You want to show a video?
Cue it up.
In the world of show business, the hours are long. A lot of times they're on a remote location, so you don't get to go home. So we are looking for creative partners, not projects. Projects are people we have to handle, who aren't prepared, who don't know all their words, etc., etc. In every area of your personal and professional life, aspire to be a partner, never a project. And when we're holding auditions, we're not looking for new friends. We don't have time to see the friends we have. We're looking for creative partners that are going to get us home on schedule, on budget, so we can see the friends we do love and the partners we do love.
I like it.
Yep. I love that quote.
Not a project.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, moving on, Lars, you have some announcements for us as well, don't you?
Are these the stand-up announcements? Is that what
These
we're talking about?
These are some stand-up announcements.
Ooh, yes. I am doing a great show with Chris Bonaparte from Premium Comedy. He's doing, I think he does monthly shows in Newmarket, Ontario, which is about an hour-ish north of Toronto, at a club called Sociable. I don't know if the tickets are available yet, but it's December 17th. I believe it's an 8 p.m. show. So anyone who's in the Newmarket, Barrie, Alliston, especially for people, any people outside of Toronto that haven't seen me in a little while, it would be great to be seeing you there. So just stay tuned to Laughing Vikings and my social media, or you can check out premiumcomedy.ca. We might have Chris, if he's available, we might have Chris Bonaparte on the show next week. Chris has been a longtime stand-up. When I moved to Toronto, he was one of the first guys that started booking me for his shows in general, but also for his headlining and paid spots too. It's always tough. Like no matter what you've done, you move to a new market. to a new city, nobody knows you. So you're really grateful for those first few opportunities when someone says, yeah, you got the goods, kid. I'm going to put you on my show and give you stage time, period. Like stage time in general as a stand-up comic is very precious. But then paid stand-up time as you make that transition. And he was one of the first people that did that with me through his brand Premium Comedy. So save the date, December 17th. I'm going to headline that show. It's in Newmarket at Sociable. Chris Bonaparte will be performing as well. He may be hosting. I think often he hosts the shows, or he might just be doing a spot himself too. But shout out to Chris Bonaparte, Premium Comedy, December 17th. And we're still booking our holiday shows for Laughing Vikings. We still got dates available in December and into January. So if you've got a holiday party, a work party, a private party, a stag and doe, a birthday party, any of those things, you can book Laughing Vikings. We'll customize the show anywhere from 30 minutes to 60 minutes to 90 minutes. You can have 1 comic, 2 comic, 3 comic, 4, whatever you're looking for. Go to email us at lol@laughingvikings.com, or you can slip into the old DMs. We need to know a few things. People always ask, like, how much is a show? It's going to depend on the date. There's a difference between if it's midweek or a weekend, Friday to Saturday being the prime spots. Also, it's going to depend on how many people in your audience. If it's a work thing for 3,000 people versus a private party for 15 people in your living room, there's going to be a difference. Obviously, the corporate end and more people being higher priced. And then any other special requests too. So if you're looking for a certain type of comic, or you're looking for custom material, if you know that all of your audience is nurses, for example, and you want comedians geared to that, or whatever the event might be, we can customize those for you. So just shoot us a DM. The schedule is filling up. I book a lot of shows with other companies as well. So do you, Brandon, with Big Time Entertainment. We've got a ton of those dinner theater shows, which are often corporate murder mysteries. But we're booking a lot of stand-up shows too. So if you're looking ahead, if you know, especially if you know someone, this is my shout out here. If you know someone at your work who's responsible for the holiday entertainment, you know, the HR or the party planning committee, just get in their ear. Just give them a little nudge. Say, hey, I know some people at old Laughing Vikings, old Larsy boy, and I'll either host it and book other comedians, or I'll come and headline it. And we've done some wacky stuff too, especially around the holidays. So if you've got a holiday event coming up, just shoot us an email, lol@laughingvikings.com, or hit me up in the DMs. But you got to reserve the date. So we would need to know the date. Tell me the date, how many people in the audience, the type of event, if you want anything custom made or customized for the event. And then I'll give you a quote, which will also depend on whether you want 30 minutes, 60 minutes, or a full 90-minute show. So we can do that for you. You got to get them. They're selling like hotcakes. They're, hotcakes.
I feel like the people need to see a clip of you, Lars.
Oh, yeah? You want to show a clip?
I think we should show a clip. Yeah.
This is a clip of me doing stand-up, is it?
It is.
All right. Let's roll the clip.
This is my impression, about to be unveiled. This is my impression of a chicken. It's impression of a seal. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I, Lars Glassington, trained at Julie's Yard, will now unveil my impression of a chicken. It's impression of a seal. I need absolute silence. This is very dangerous. Please. My impression of a chicken's impression of a seal.
my impression of a chicken's impression of a seal. I don't even know how I do it. I just transform.
Yeah, so as you can see, my shows are real political, real heavy-hitting material, real thinkers. You'll leave thinking.
But they'll quickly turn your event from a snooze fest to a smash success.
I'm telling you, if anyone at your event was sleeping and then I bust out my impression of a chicken's impression of a seal, they will no longer be sleeping because it's loud and noisy. My favorite thing about doing that bit, I mean, there's several favorite things. One of the things is just purely insane and ridiculous. So it's very fun to do for me. But the first thing is seeing people start to realize what's happening. Like, as I say, this is my impression of a chicken, it's impression of a seal. And people are like, what the fuck? And then I start the seal song, Seal Kiss from a Rose. And then I see it on people's faces, or I see like neighbors, like if it's a couple, you'll see like one of them, the guy will be like, what the fuck is happening? And the girl will like lean over to him and be like, oh, it's Kiss from a, it's the seal song, Kiss from a Rose. He's a chicken doing the seal. Right. and you see them get it. And then my third favorite thing is when I see the look in people's faces of, oh, I think he's going to do the whole song now. He's continuing with this. And I just don't stop till I've done the entire song. It's a beautiful ballad.
Yeah. Beautiful tribute to Seal.
Commit to the bit. Yes.
Commit to the bit.
Signed off on that, by the way. I have to give him 50% royalties for that.
Ooh.
I have to take the amount of the amount I've been paid for the show. And if I do an hour headlining set and that bit is like, say it's called the whole thing 5 minutes, I got to send him 1/12 of my pay.
Mm. Wow.
50% of 1/12.
50% of 1/12. Okay.
As a royalty. Yeah. Or if I do if the whole set's only 5 minutes and I only do the seal bit, then I have to give him 50% of that entire pay for that entire show.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. Rules are rules.
Yeah, rules are rules.
I'm okay with it. I wouldn't have that bit without seal. It would be a different bit without that seal stuff.
It definitely would be.
It wouldn't make sense at all.
No.
But the moral of the story, ladies and gentlemen, is you can book a private show with Laughing Vikings with me and my friends, and we'll come do a wacky comedy show at your event, whether it's a holiday party, something through your workplace, birthday party, stag and doe, a Christmas Eve party, a Boxing Day party. I still have New Year's open too. That's a primo date.
Ooh.
So I actually still have New Year's open, which is rare that I would have New Year's Eve open. So if you got a big New Year's Eve thing happening and you're like, what are we going to do? Are we just going to sit around and play pinochle? Add some comedy to your pinochle. Ever play pinochle?
I don't think so.
Wow. You should try it.
All right. Well, I guess I'll have to. Maybe I'll make it a New Year's tradition now.
Before you try it, book a comedy show with Laughing Vikings. All right. I think that are we wrapping up?
I think. Well, let's play with the Business by Design cards.
Oh yes. Okay. Shout out to old J Dubs, old James Wedmore, old James Meta Wedmore, my business coach from Business by Design. We like to play with these, and whether you have a business or a formal business or not, I think you can just see your whole life as a business if you like. But if you're an artist, even if you haven't registered as a business or as an incorporation, you are a business as an artist, whether you're an actor or a comedian. So this advice, these are like little advice cards, or I don't know. There's a better name for them than advice cards, but Business by Design. All right. Here we go, Brandon. We're going to let Brandon select. Wait. Okay, wait. Reach through and point. Point the one you like.
Yeah, that one.
This one?
That one.
Right,
Yeah.
No, this one.
Point. That one. That one. Pick that one.
This one?
Yeah, that one. Yep, you're pulling it out now. This is it. This is the card I picked.
That was good special effects we had there.
Oh, yeah.
All right. This one says, ooh, this is good. Here it is. This one says, success. Make that big screen for a second. There we go. It says success, and there's a picture of a straight line, and it says what people think it looks like. And then there's a massive scribbly blob of a mess in the middle, but generally it goes up, and that says what it really looks like. Then it says success is anything but linear or straightforward. And that's interesting. It applies, especially in show businesses. There is no straight line. Like certain career paths, there is a fairly straight line to and a process. Like especially if it's a technical program or something that you need to get certified for, you got to go take this course and then this course, and then you intern and then you article. Like think about a lawyer. There's a pretty clear path to partner there. But when you start in the arts, you're like, I don't even know what to do. We always suggest classes and learning first. But there's this fake, false thing of like ladders, rungs on a ladder, and that you're working your way sequentially up the ladder based on the size of the gig or the significance of the gig or the size of the show or the amount of people in the audience or the notoriety of the credit that's attached to it or the size of the paycheck that's attached to it. There's this fake thing that we think like, oh, you're climbing and you're climbing and you're climbing, but it's not really like that. It's kind of all kinds of shit's happening, and some stuff works out great and some stuff doesn't. And the great thing about Wedmore is he always talks about you either win or you learn. There's not really such a thing as a loss. And when something bad in your life or something that you might label bad in your life, it's not really anything bad happening to you. It's just things are happening for you so that it's either you're getting the result that you want or you're getting the lesson that you needed to then revamp and grow and change, and then eventually get the result that you want. And it doesn't look like a perfect sequential thing, which is challenging because you never really know. Like you don't know. Everyone who's ever booked this like huge opportunity, they didn't know that they were going to get it a week before they were going to get it. Often, even when they booked it, they didn't know that it was going to turn into a big thing. If you think about actors booking a brand new pilot, it's like, yeah, okay, you booked a pilot, which is huge and exciting, but most pilots don't get picked up, and they certainly don't go on to have 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 seasons and go into syndication and all that stuff. So you never really know. And you mentioned earlier, one thing I like that you said is you talked about how the only mark of success isn't just the booking. And I think the general overall view there is it's not about the result or the destination. It's more about the process and more about loving the game and appreciating the game and appreciating the wins and the struggles throughout, so that you're just loving the game and you're loving the process rather than being tied and so attached to a certain outcome. Because if you think about that, most auditions and opportunities you're not going to get. The reality is the numbers, like whatever you book, maybe you book 1 out of 3, maybe you book 1 out of 5, maybe you book 1 out of 20, maybe you book 1 out of 50. But over the course of your life, you're mostly getting no's as an actor. And if you're feeling like a piece of shit because of that and feeling like, oh, I'm no good and this is no fun and I don't like this, then that's a problem, because you've decided your perspective by default is going to be one that makes you very disappointed over and over, versus seeing the view of this is a game and this is a process and this is supposed to be fun and this is about learning and growing and finding the wins along the way.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
There's a Thomas been talking a lot recently about a project that he produced with Doris Roberts, who was the mother on Everybody Loves Raymond. I believe she passed away a little while ago. But she was in class every week to do the great parts. And she was in an acting class every week so that she felt like she was doing the work that she wanted to do. Like she loved the work on Everybody Loves Raymond, but she wanted to do more and wanted to make sure that her craft was up to snuff. So even when she's doing and like being allotted for the role that she was doing on Everybody Loves Raymond, she was still working on her craft. And that's the point that you need to get to as an actor. You need to be getting to this point where you're continuously just always working and learning, because that's what makes you great. And Tom always likes to say, your talent is in the choices that you make. You have the choice to be in a class every week, to be in multiple acting classes every week. And the more you do that, and the more you take care of yourself and your craft, the better the career outcome is going to be.
Yeah, and not just acting, in your entire life.
Mm-hmm.
It's, if you're not growing and learning, if you decided, oh, I graduated college, high school, university, and that's the end of my education, then the next 50, 60 years of your life, you're the same person, which isn't who you want to be. You want to keep growing, keep up leveling. Let's do one more.
Okay. You pick this time, Lars.
All right. I like. All right. Ooh, bam. This is a good one. This might be the most important one of all. If there's a winner takes all card,
Mm-hmm.
is a Uno card. It is Grateful AF. Grateful as fuck. It says, can you imagine if we search for blessings in life the way that we search to label anything that doesn't go according to plan as bad and let it ruin our whole day? I can tell you one thing. It would be I'd be a heck of a lot happier, inspired, and so fulfilled. The reality of the situation is life is full of things to be grateful for. It's a choice whether you choose to see them or not. What will you choose today? Thanks, Jimmy Wedmore at Business by Design.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that one. I mean, that's the quickest way. If you're ever feeling unhappy or negative emotions or just not feeling good, if you switch to gratitude right away, it's impossible to be feeling grateful and have a negative emotion at the same time. And that's little things like grateful you're alive, grateful you're breathing, grateful you have electricity, grateful you have a roof over your head, grateful you have one friend, grateful that your family's not dead, like all of whatever it is. There's a lot. Grateful your country is currently not in a state of war. Many things to be grateful for.
Yes.
For us, I mean, like, look at us. Like, look at what we get to spend our life doing.
To have
playing,
fun.
having fun. Yeah. Podcasting. Yeah. So thank you. We're grateful for all of you. We're grateful for our community. We love providing these episodes to actors and comedians, filmmakers. We love our community of members at Actors Audition Club, our viewers across Facebook, across YouTube, and all the podcast platforms. We're grateful for you, and we'd be even more grateful if you share this out to your friends by smashing that share button, smash that subscribe button, leave us a review, do all those things, but mostly be grateful. Be grateful. Mostly be grateful.
Thank you, everyone. Have a fantastic week. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Episode 116 in the
116 in the can, baby.
All right, we'll see you next week for 117.